Hi guys, welcome to the Dramasology podcast. I hope you guys are having a great week so far. In this episode, I am actually very excited to cover what I think is one of the best Chinese dramas to ever exist. I'm going to be covering Hidden Love in this episode. Honestly, I think, obviously I'm not the only one that thinks that. It's very popular. Currently, it has dethroned Move to Heaven on my drama list, which is high praise. That makes it the top number one drama on my drama list. That's high praise. It has a 9.2 rating on my drama list. That's as high as you can get, right? You're on page one. The very first thing people see when they, click on top shows. So you can tell that a lot of people enjoy this drama, and honestly, I am one of those people. This was a very well done drama that it just does everything correctly. And because of that, it's very hard to find a drama that beats this. It's just very good. Everybody does what they're supposed to do, and it just allows this drama to come out as a top drama. So let's just get right into the casting. So there are a lot of people casted in this. Obviously, the most recognizable face in this is Jia Xu, which is our female lead, Sang-ji. Now, Jia Xu is a face that I recognize way too much. I know her so well that if I had to point her out in a crowd, I'll know, yeah, that's her. She's that popular. She has been in so many dramas I have watched over the years. Notably, Love Better Than Immortality, because she was in that drama with Lee Hong-yi, which I really like him as well. So I remember that drama. I remember it being very different from regular Xianxia dramas for a bunch of reasons. Then she was also in the romance of Tiger and Rose. Personally, I don't like that drama that much, but I do know that was her breakout drama. That was the drama that really put her on the map, and she blew up after that drama, right? And then you also have her in Who Rules the World with Yang, who is extremely popular, right? So that was another drama that she was in. I think I liked Who Rules the World for the relationship between the leads, but that was it. I still did not like that drama as much as I probably could, or as much as a lot of people did. But then she acted next in one of my favorite dramas of all times, Love Like the Galaxy. This drama is easily in the top 10 for me when it comes to Chinese dramas. Love Like a Galaxy is such a great drama. She was in it with Liu Wu, and oh my god, this drama, I remember staying up every day to watch this drama. And so yeah, that was, I think, the drama I liked her best in, and also the drama that kind of introduced her to me more, because the other dramas, yeah, I liked them, but not as much as I loved Love Like a Galaxy, right? And then she was also in Gen Z, Ho Lang, which I kind of, it's on hold for me, right? Drama is on hold for the moment because I'm not really liking the way she acts. And there's just a lot of elements to it that I just don't like that drama. And so it's on hold right now. I'll probably revisit it now that, she's doing so well and I kind of miss her face, right? I might go back and watch that drama. And then after that, that's when she did Hidden Love, right? So I think Ho Lang aired, and then right after was Hidden Love. But yeah, moving on to the next person in the cast. The guy that plays Duan Jiaxu is Chen Zheyuan. I hope I'm saying that correct. I'm probably not. I'm butchering all the names, but it's okay. So he plays Duan Jiaxu in this, and he's somebody that I will say that I know him just a little bit. I don't know him. His works are not as numerous as Jia Xu, or they're not as popular, and so I just have never checked them out. But I do know him particularly because he plays the male lead in Our Secret, and I love Our Secret. So whereas some people might have never seen him before because he hasn't had that explosion of popularity. I mean, he has now that he's done Hidden Love, but back before then, you might not have seen him before because his dramas aren't as popular. But for me, I do recognize him from Our Secret, which I love that drama. And the thing is that in Our Secret, he also has that charismatic suave look to how he looks at the female lead. right? Like you would think that okay, it's because it's jealousy and they just have good chemistry, and that's how they're able to portray, Sangji and Duan Jiaxu well. But actually, this guy, that's how he looks. Like he has a look to him that's very like immersive, right? And so that's kind of why I also liked Our Secret. He has that look to him, and yeah, he's definitely going to blow now. Like he's going to be so popular right now. And I'm happy for him actually. He deserves it because he has that look to him that should blow. Like he should be popular. Like, but yeah. Moving on to the next person in cast, we have Victor Ma, who is my personal favorite in this drama. He is playing Sangyan, who is Sangji's older brother. Now, for those who've read the books, and for those who have specifically read his book, First Frost, you will know, and this was a backlash that his casting and his characterization in this drama received. You will know that Sangyan in the books is very different from how Victor Ma is playing him in the drama. And usually, I have a problem with that. Usually, right? Because I'm just so tired. And for someone like me that's married to how Sangyan is portrayed in the books, I actually loved, I just adored how Victor Ma plays Sangyan in this drama. Like, it's to the point where I'm like, I want him to play Sangyan in First Frost, like the First Frost drama, but I know it's probably not going to happen. But maybe, let's hope. You never know. Drama gods, make it work, make it happen. But yeah, that's something I did not know would happen. I assumed that I would also not like him because he's kind of very different from the Sangyan in the books. He's more cheerful, more playful than, Sangyan in the books. But, oh my God, he turned out to be easily my favorite in this whole drama, right? He's just that good. And yeah, I don't know Victor Ma from anything. And I feel like that's a travesty. I feel like I have to blame someone for that. Like, how is it possible that I've never seen this guy's face before? He's just perfect. And I mean perfect playing this character that I'm actually going to go check out all his other works if he has any. Maybe he doesn't. Because he's doing this so well that I can't see anybody else playing Sangyan. It's to that point, right? He's doing it so well in his own way that it's just amazing. And so yeah, that's Victor Ma. Very good actor. And then moving on, we have Zheng Li, probably butchering the name again, sorry. But she's playing Sangji and Sangyan's mother, right? And I mean, I know her. We all do. If you'd watched Love Like a Galaxy, right? She plays Jalus's mother in that drama as well, right? She was also in Unchained Love. So I do recognize her face. She's popular enough that like I've seen her in other places as well. I might not know where, but she's popular enough that like I know her, even though I might not be able to pinpoint where I've seen her, but I do know her from Love Like a Galaxy because she's a major player in that drama. And then to end this, I'll also say the person that's playing Sangji and Sangyan's dad, Chiu Shinji. Now I do actually recognize because he was in Snow Sword Stride, which is another drama I really, really love, right? And so I do recognize his face as well. And so yeah, those are the major casting in this drama. And I think it was a well put together cast. Like everybody is so well casted. No one even stands out even a little bit. And again, that's also the things that make this drama kind of work together to be, a cohesive, excellent drama, right? Now, moving on, I wanted to discuss kind of what Hidden Love is about. I'll give a quick synopsis of Hidden Love. So, according to MyDramaList, Sangji falls in love with Duan Jiaxu, the boy who often comes to her house to play games in her older brother's room. He is 5 years older than her. Sangji had a crush on Duan Jiaxu when she was young, but they lost contact with each other for some reason. After she graduates, she joins the university in the city he is in, and during their day-to-day intimate and close interactions, they slowly fall in love. That's the synopsis by MyDramaList. Very good synopsis. I think it explains kind of everything well. Now, to give my first thoughts about this drama, or even before I watch this drama, again, I am a fan of the novel. Well, technically I'm a fan of First Frost, Sangyan's story. I actually tried reading Sangji's story first, And even though I finished it, it wasn't as interesting as what I thought Sangyan's story was. Sangyan's story was the kind of story I enjoyed. Whereas, I don't know, there was just something about the way Ju Yi wrote secretly but unable to hide it. That's the name of the novel that Hidden Love is based on. That I just did not like it as much. Which is what makes the fact that I love this drama interesting. Usually, people like the source material and dislike the adaptation. I am the reverse. I don't really like the source material, but I love this adaptation, right? So that's kind of where I'm coming from, that I wasn't actually as excited as most people might have been for this drama because the book wasn't that great to me. There was just something about maybe the writing style. It was kind of boring, right? Whereas the drama kind of brings everything to life, right? In a very, very interesting way. And so, yeah, coming in, I wasn't as enthusiastic as maybe other people might have been. I was still enthusiastic about it because at the end of the day, it's still adapting a book I have read. And I am always interested in like seeing adaptations of like novels I have read. That was, I think, my first thought, even before this drama aired. Now, moving on to how I felt after this drama aired, I'm going to talk mostly about my likes and dislikes in this drama. And really watch out because I feel like I don't really have a dislike. So it's really mostly about things that I loved about this drama and why this drama is as popular. I'm kind of trying to justify why this drama is a 10 for me and why it's so well rated on my drama list. Basically what I think everybody else is thinking when they see this drama or when they had watched this drama, what they thought, this drama did well. The very first thing about this drama is that it's very angst-free. There isn't a lot of conflict in this drama. It's a very healing drama, and I think I am in that, era of fluff. There's just a lot of fluff I'm watching these days. To the Moon and Back is a Thai drama I'm also watching, and it's also very, very fluff. And I think I am just in the mood for fluff these days, right? And so this drama fulfills that. It's very comedy, very youth romance. Not a lot of terrible things are happening. Yeah, I mean, technically there is from Duan Jiaxu's side, right? And again, spoilers if you've never seen this drama. But for Sangji, basically, she comes from a great family. She comes from a loving parents, right? A older brother that's kind of a tease, but loves her more than anything else, more than anybody else. And so she's well loved, and you can see it kind of in her behavior, which I know a lot of people have gripes with the way Lucy has acted Sangji. She has a very innocence to how she's acting that could actually piss people off because it has a very childlike aspect to it that people just hate infantilization. And yeah, I'll be honest and say Lucy does do that a bit, whereas the person playing that younger version kind of did not. So people do have gripes with that. But honestly, I think it's okay. It's not that big of a deal. But yeah, I digress when I talk about that. This drama is excellent in that sense that you're not going to get a lot of sad moments. You're not going to get a lot of conflict between characters. There's basically no conflict between characters that do matter, right? In their family relationship and stuff like that. They are a well-off family, and so there isn't such conflicts that you would expect. In fact, the whole idea of the drama is almost kind of like Sangji is that healing that Duan Jiaxu needs. And so yeah, that's the first thing that makes this drama very highly rated for me. The second thing that makes this drama good is something I already mentioned, and it's just the casting, I think, of this drama. Everybody is so well casted, and I have to give a shout out to Zheng Li, who played Lucy's mother in Love Like a Galaxy, because in that drama she's a very interesting mother, right? A lot of people disliked her in that drama. Actually, I didn't mind her that much. I understood where she was coming from, in the sense that it was actually Xiaoshang, Lucy's character, that kind of pissed me off in that drama, because she seemed kind of spoilt in a way. So people always make the comment that in this drama she's such a loving mother. And it's true, there's something about it that comes, it's kind of a full circle, healing in that sense that finally Lucy has a good mother in Zheng Li. And so that also goes back to the fact that, again, there's just no conflict between characters here. Everybody loves everybody else. And so yeah, I like to see her in this drama because it was just a kind of, I know it's not done on purpose. She just got the role maybe herself. But it seemed just kind of like a nod to Love Like a Galaxy for those who love that drama. And so it was just very good to see her in this drama as well. Same with Victor Ma. I think he was an excellent casting for Sang Yan. Whereas his physical embodiment looks like Sang Yan to me, right? He has that buff, exterior he just fits Sang Yan in that sense. His personality in this isn't what Sang Yan is like at all in First Frost or even in the first novel, right? So there is that aspect that a lot of people might have struggled with. Personally, I did not mind. I loved his portrayal to the point where I am praying they do cast him again, like I mentioned, as Sang Yan again in First Frost, but I know it won't happen. But I'm gonna pray because I think he can still play it off well. Like, you know how people can be different depending on where they are or who they are with. When Sang Yan is with Wen Yifan, that's his girl in First Frost, he's a very different person. I think they can make a case that he just acts a little different when he's with Wen Yifan. Because when Yifan has this kind of very serious, she doesn't play around, right? She's a very serious human being, right? And so I think it's doable. Like, he does act in some scenes with Sangji and Duan Jiaxu that he has a face that I'm like, I could see Sang Yan in him if they would just explore that. But I do know, like, it's probably not gonna happen. If it does, oh my god, I will die. Actually, I'll lose my mind if they actually cast him again, because that would just be the best thing ever. But yeah, it probably won't happen. And then another thing about this drama that I really liked was how they developed the relationship between Sangji and Duan Jiaxu. In the book, it's about the same way, but I don't know how to explain it. There's just something different about how they've decided to portray it in Hidden Love that just makes it more poignant, more intense, and just almost perfect. For people that don't know anything about this drama, it's very easy to see this as kind of this older guy preying on this younger girl that he's known since she was young, right? There's a sense of grooming to it that a lot of people I've mentioned, and I see, like, if you don't want to watch this drama because of that, I actually understand, and I am okay with people that, like, I would agree to disagree about that, right? What makes this drama interesting to me is how they kind of give Sangji the upper hand, even though, yes, she's the younger person, yes, technically she's the one more vulnerable, but as you watch this drama, there's something about the way Duan Jiaxu is that you actually start to see just how important somebody like Sangji in his life is. And I guess that's why they give Sangji kind of a good background, in the sense that she comes from a wealthy family. She comes from loving parents, and she's never had to worry about anything. They built Sangji, or her character, in such a way that she's easily one of the strongest, most thoughtful person that I've ever seen in a female lead. It's childlike maturity, but it's still maturity nonetheless. It's still loyalty in, Duan Jiaxu. It's still love in Duan Jiaxu that, she displays. And it's all this that makes Duan Jiaxu kind of fall in love with her. Even though, at 19, honestly, when I was 19, I knew nothing. Right, and a case can be made for that, definitely. But I would like to say that there's something about Sangji that she knows what she wants. She's always known what she wanted, right? And yes, she wanted Duan Jiaxu. Like, she genuinely loved him right from the beginning, right? Yeah, there's a sense of that older brother, heroic figure that's in her mind that is kind of not realistic, and they do address that in that she starts to see more vulnerable parts of him, more, hurt parts that are not as glamorous. And she's still able to kind of love him despite all that, right? Because that's a worry everybody has, that she's kind of not old enough to know what she wants. But Sangji is kind of unwilling to accept that, unwilling to let other people kind of baby her into how she feels. She knows how she feels, right? In the scene where she's talking to her parents and they mention the fact that they'd seen Duan Jiaxu and they talked to him and explained to him what their fears was. And also in the scene where she confronts her brother about the fact that he hit Duan Jiaxu, she makes it well known to them all that this is not a phase. It's not okay for you to kind of hurt the person I love. And I like that about her, right? In that she knows how she feels, right? She knows how long she's liked this guy, right? And, I like that scene in the airport when she's confessing her, love over the years for him. She knows how she feels, and she's not willing to let anybody tell her otherwise. Because it's easy to say that, yeah, you're too young, blah, blah, blah. And I liked how they showed us kind of a rediscovery of him, after she starts university, because a lot of it, yeah, is that childlike innocence and childlike crush that she has growing up. But when she actually gets to university and starts to spend time with him, right, she sees him for how good he is. And that's why in those scenes with her parent and her brother, she's very distraught in the fact that for her, she's like, what this guy is, how Duan Jiaxu is, and they do know him. And that's where the prejudice comes in, right? She's like, yeah, you know how he is. Like, why would you do something like that? Why would you hate him? Why would you talk to him like that? You're kind of being unfair to him, because she does genuinely know how great of a person Duan Jiaxu is. She tells him, you're a good person, right? Like, you're good. Don't like let anybody tell you otherwise, right? She's really unwilling to accept the fact that just because she's younger, this should be a problem. Because for her, she can see how good of a person Duan Jiaxu is. And I do like that aspect of, like, they really helped her see how good of a person Duan Jiaxu is. They did not just let it be just this childhood crush aspect of, oh, he's handsome, oh, he's, funny kind of thing. No, they actually help her see what makes Duan Jiaxu a good person and someone that she can trust with her future kind of thing, right? And so I do like that about this drama, the way they develop that relationship between the two of them. For Sangjie, how she falls in love again and again is not just because Duan Jiaxu is this older brother that she has a crush on. No, it's because he's a genuinely good person, right? That she wants to be with, that she wants to kind of protect. And there's just something about it that's very rare. You don't see this a lot in Chinese dramas or in dramas generally, where it's kind of the female lead that's, in this case, way younger than the male lead, that has that kind of protective shield for the male lead in the way Sangjie does in this drama. She's able to be Duan Jiaxu's support in the way that I don't think he even expected she would be. And I just love that. When it comes to Duan Jiaxu's character, I did like seeing how he fell in love with Sangjie, right? Yeah, it's one thing that he's known her since he was a kid and everything, and he's never had any issues with like being in love with her when she was younger. No, he wasn't like that, right? He genuinely saw her as that younger sister, and I think he played it in that way. There was not anything like weird about their relationship when she was growing up. I don't think, at least from the context that they've given me, there just wasn't anything. And so as time goes on, we see though how he comes to kind of depend on her. And I think that's where the switch happens for him, when he kind of realizes that she's actually somebody with depth and maturity to her that he can kind of count on when things are down to kind of uplift his mood. One of my favorite scenes in this drama is the moment where he's in the airport, and this is after he's graduated from school, right? And he's going back to Yihe. And you can see just the absolute reluctance. Like I was about to start crying because there's just something about how he looked. Like he looked like a drowned pup. He really did not want to go back to Yihe because of all the baggage that's there. And you could just see it in him, how scared and how alone he seemed, right? And in that one scene, he's at the airport and he pulls out the gift from his bag that Sangjie has kind of hidden when he was with them in their house, and he pulls it out and he reads the Happy New Year that she sends him, and you can see just how red his eyes is, like he's about to start crying kind of thing. And that was easily one of my favorite like scenes in this drama. There's just something about that scene that just speaks to what Sangjie, I think, became for him in the moment, just where he was kind of just down and scared and lonely and like afraid. To see that note from her was kind of just this light in his world that I don't think Duan Jiaxu expected. Like I don't think he ever expected someone like Sangjie to come into his life, given what's happened with his dad. It's kind of a stigma, and that's what our parents allude to when they sit him down and tell him what their fears are about their daughter, right? There's a prejudice about the fact that his dad killed somebody. Understandably, maybe, I guess. Or maybe not, because again, it's not his fault that his dad killed somebody, right? But there is that prejudice. And so I think even for him, to an extent, he never expected anyone, especially someone like Sangjie, that's from a loving family, well brought up, and like has options. Oh my god, Sangjie has options. I don't think he ever expected something like that to fall in love with him. and to have his back in the way Sangji does, because he's always shocked when she says something like, "Oh, I'm going to protect you and I'll not let anybody hurt you." Like, he's always kind of taken aback by that. Right? And it's just, oh my god, I love Duan Jiaxu so much, right? He's just such an amazing character. And the actor playing him is just, there's just something about the way he looks, right, that just gives you that feeling that you're just like, oh my god, like, I want to give this guy a hug, right? He just had that look to him that really had carried this drama, I feel like. But yeah, anyway, I give props to his character and the hard work he put in to being that kind of rock for Sangja as well. You know, he realized and he understood how our parents thought. He's very understanding of a character. Like, he just understands everything to the point where I can sense Sangja is even a little miffed by that. That, like, why should you be okay with somebody talking to you like that? Why should you be okay with people treating you like that, right? It's not your fault, right? She's very, very, very protective, very mother hen when it comes to him, and understandably, because he's a very soft boy, right? He's strong, but I mean, he should not have had to be. Really, his dad should have not done what he did in the way he did it and kind of ruined their kind of family. And he continued to pay for that, especially in the character of that daughter of, you know, the victim. That girl was something else. I mean, she needed psychological help. I don't think they ever mentioned in the drama that she got psychological help. I think Sangji just refers the friend of that girl that you should probably get her help, right? And because, I mean, that girl too was something. I understood where she was coming from, in the sense that it's a warped sense of possessiveness over this person that you feel like is indebted to you, right? And so I understood that aspect. And I really like that scene where they're at the restaurant and the victim's daughter pours water on Duan Jiaxu, and Sangji immediately, like, no time wasted, and she just like splashes water on her too, and she does it so well, like perfectly hit her face. I was like, oh yes. Like, I really like that scene because, you know, those are the scenes that I think show Duan Jiaxu that, oh my god, this girl is not a joke. Like, she's strong, she's resilient, and, you know, she doesn't take nonsense. And so yeah, that's, I think, what makes this drama work so well. You rarely see female leads like this that are just this amazing, this like well written, that I think those are the things that made this drama kind of a 9.2 on my drama list, right? It's just so well done that, like, there's no reason to dislike this drama, if that makes sense, right? Like, usually there's always something that might kind of put you off about their character, but honestly, just amazing character all around. Then also, I just want to mention, honorable mention, again, Sangyan, Victor Ma, the guy that's playing Sangyan. I mean, he's my favorite in this drama, so I feel like I have to talk about him because, oh my god, there's something about the relationship between Sangji and Sangyan that I don't think in the book it's ever shown like this. In fact, it's not. This is an original idea of these bickering siblings. It reminds me of the relationship between the female character and her brother in another novel. I think it's titled Don't Fall in Love with the Boss by Ye Feiran, right? It's a book that it starts this like siblings that just fight like cats and dogs, right? And I remember this relationship being that aspect of the book that I love the most. And so seeing it here as well, portrayed in the way it's portrayed, it's honestly an added plus that this drama has. And it just, I think, carries the drama through some moments because, again, it reinforces the idea that even though, Sangyan will tease his sister to death, he loves her more than anything in this world. And he you know, he dotes on her in such a way that it's just so loving to see. Like, the scene where he goes speak out at the airport after she comes back from here because she's, you know, ran off to see if Duan Jiaxu has a girlfriend, and he sees her. I can tell he wants to just like rip on into her and just insult her about the fact that she did what she did and just scold her, and, you know, she just starts crying. And there's something about that trope of just seeing how harmless her brother gets when she starts crying. That's so cute and so sweet that, I mean, it's just a very good portrayal of siblings that are so loving, but enough age gap that you can see the protectiveness of Sangyan come out sometime. Like his mood would just change if he thinks like something is up with his sister, right? And there's just something about it that I really loved. And so he easily became my favorite character. Even though, yeah, genuinely, definitely, I see how different he is from the Sangyan in the books. But still, I love him so very much. And I like the fact that they gave little hints throughout the drama, because for those who've read the books, you'll know that Sangyan's story and Sangji's story kind of happen in parallel. So they're happening around the same time. And so I like how you see moments of that where Sangji will call him and he'll talk about how he has a girlfriend or how he has someone chasing him, which is a kind of nod to Wen Yufan's character, right? And so I like that part that they put it in there, and I wish, I just wish that we get to see more of that. But it's a shame, but it's okay. We'll live with what we have. I'll live with this drama in my heart as this Sangyan forever. It's okay. I'll be fine. Yeah, and so that's really it for my review of Hidden Love. This review has gone on longer than I expected, honestly, but it's a testament to how much I like this drama. It's just so freaking good, and I genuinely have to like beg you guys, if you've not seen this drama, you should check it out. Like, it's so good. It deserves all the love, honestly. It deserves all the love. So yeah, thank you guys so much for listening to this episode. This was a fun review to do, and yeah, I'll see you guys next week. Have a nice day. Bye bye.